Hey everybody, welcome to The Dose. My name is Brian. I'm about to share a principle with you that is going to guarantee your edge over the competition. I'm going to give you my personal guarantee right now that what I'm going to share with you tonight can put you in the top 5 to 10% in your health and wellness, in your fitness, your finances, your business, your job or occupation, with your family, with your relationships, and in your spirituality. Are you ready? I'm going to give you the secret of the uber successful. I'm going to share with you the one thing that if you do it is guaranteed to give you an advantage over your competition, to give you the edge you need to be better than the rest. Are you ready? And here it is. If you want to be in the top 10% of money earners in your company, of producers in your business, of agents if you are competing against other agents, do you want to be in the top 10% with your health and wellness, with your longevity, live longer than 90% of the population? Do you want to be in the top 10% with your spirituality? In other words, do you want to have a good walk? Do you want to be in the top 10% with your marriage, your relationships with your kids? Here's the answer to being in the top 10%, which, by the way, will put you in the top 3% of money earners in the world. And here it is. Outwork everyone else. Now, I know that sounds crazy. And on the surface, it sounds too simplistic. But let me tell you what most people are doing. Most people at their jobs are working just hard enough so they don't get fired. Most people in their businesses are working just hard enough to keep the business open and the bills paid. Most people in their health and wellness are doing just enough so they don't die of some disease or malnutrition or obesity or something else. And some of them aren't even doing that much, right? Most folks in their relationships are just doing enough so that their kids don't hate them or their spouse doesn't leave them. Most people in their spirituality are just going through the motions. That's what average people do. But you and I, we have the ability to be above average by just simply outworking the competition. Listen, I have two nephews. They're actually my cousins. They're the two sons of my cousin, who's one of my favorite cousins in the world. And both of these young men are extremely impressive young men. I'm so proud of them and what they've done. One of them is a ball player at Troy. The other just got accepted to West Point. Both of them are amazing young men, just have developed into just great people and extremely respectful and driven and all of those things. And as I was visiting with them, they happened to be in town this last week, and I was blessed to be able to spend the weekend with them. But as I was thinking about it, I thought if I had one piece of advice for them, and hopefully they're listening because sometimes they do. If I had one piece of advice, it would be this: outwork your peers. Outwork them. Look, if you want to be one of the best on the team and start every time, then just work out harder in the gym than everybody else. Get stronger than everybody else. Train more than everybody else. Be the first one to practice and the last one to leave. Eat better than anybody else. Watch more tape than anybody else. Take tape home if they'll let you do that. Study at home when others are out doing other things. In other words, outwork your peers and you'll find yourself in the top. Right? Aaron, when you get off to West Point, buddy, outwork your peers. Study harder than everyone else. When everyone else is goofing off in the very rare short amounts of time you're given to goof off, maybe you're working out, training harder, right? Same thing for you, man, when you go to play ball, when you go to get with those guys on the field, right? Outwork your peers. For the rest of us, right, in our jobs, if we happen to be salespeople in an organization, outwork everybody else. Just do more. If the average person makes 5 cold calls a day, make 10. If the average person does 4 appointments a day, do 6. If the average person comes to work at 8 and goes home at 4, go to work at 7, come home at 6. Just outwork them. Because you see, what you lack in skill and in talent, you can make up with numbers in almost anything. Whether that's the number of hours you put in, the number of reps in the gym, the number of conferences you attend to gain the knowledge, the requisite knowledge you need, whatever it is you need to do, you can outwork your peers. And I'm going to let you know something. Work ethic will take you so far in almost any endeavor. You know, people ask me, Brian, they ask me all the time, Brian, how do you do everything you do? I mean, a full-time career, and a video blog, and a speaking and coaching company, and an e-commerce company, and a marketing organization. And Brian, how do you do it all? And I tell them, I just work my butt off. And that's the truth. And then folks say, but you don't really have any fun, right? You don't have baloney. I have all kinds of fun. I went snowmobiling in Wyoming. I went to Baja for a week with my family. This weekend I went hanging around with my kids and my 2 cousins, and we went driving around and looking at all kinds of stuff. I have all kinds of fun. I work as hard in my family and in my recreation as I do in everything else. And I try to weave the two together, right? That the snowmobiling trip up in Wyoming was a business trip. That's right. So anytime you can multitask like that, right, that's thinking smart. But the lesson for today, guys, and this is guaranteed to get you results, is work harder than the next person. Just work harder. And I made a post here a little while ago on Facebook, which I thought was kind of clever. And I said, I have found the secret to weight loss and muscle gains that is guaranteed to get results. It's called Eat Right and Work Out 6 days a week in the gym. Right? And I got so many responses to that post because in today's world, everybody's looking for the shortcut, guys. There is no shortcut. If you outwork the competition, you will find yourself in a place that they are not. If you're willing to live today like other people are not willing to live, you'll be able to live tomorrow like other people won't be able to live. And that's the dose, guys. Go make it a great week.